Welcome to the program. I'm Brian O'Kerry. A new face in Australian politics, ex-union boss, the real Environment Minister, and the first to be known openly lesbian in the Rudd's government, Senator Penny Wong, has helped this month in Bali through tough negotiations to try to seal a climate change deal to suit Rudd's government. However, once the immediate media euphoria will pass, Rudd and his government will be challenged with selling the costs of Australia's new global commitments to the domestic audience. I'll talk on these issues and more with our studio guest in Brussels, Dr. Francis Depardieu. Dr. Depardieu is a political and economical lecturer at Brussels University and the most prominent European political think tank and expert on Australian affairs. Dr. Depardieu, is it a good move for a prominent government figure to make known to the public that she is a lesbian?
Absolutely not. It is ridiculous.
Why?
Well, what sort of message is there sent to Australian young women? That it's okay to be an open lesbian and a minister? That it's okay to be lesbian and have public career? That it's okay to scrap the heterosexual model of Australian nation and alter lesbians?
What's wrong with that?
Well, you ask any Australian parent if they want their kids to become famous lesbians.
How Wong's expertise on the environment has helped in Bali to negotiate that sweet deal for Rudd?
She doesn't have an environmental expertise. She believes in Gore's convenient truth and that the CO2 emissions are the main cause of climate changes, regardless of opposing scientific proof presented by prominent world scientists. She is a lawyer, an ex-union boss, and therefore a tough negotiator, and with a feel for corrupted politics in Asia. She has put on pants in Bali and got Rudd what he wanted, while he had a good time in there putting on weight.
So in your opinion, Rudd has nothing to do with it?
Absolutely. UPM left one woman at home, Julia Gillard, to run the country and sent the other, Penny Wong, to get the right deal, and himself he had a nice holiday in Bali, dining and wining while practicing the corrupt ways of Asian politics.
What about the Chinese and American reaction?
Oh, they were pissed off.
What pissed them off?
Well, first of all, because of Rudd's and Wong's stupidity in believing that CO2 emission causing the global warming, and that there is a global warming.
So you're suggesting that Americans and Chinese don't believe in global warming?
Well, they would be doing something about it if they believe in global warming.
Was there not enough evidence for that in Gore's documentary An Inconvenient Truth?
Look, Gore is a political loser, turned green documentary producer, and his film actually politically is convenient truth that opens door to all political opportunists like Rudd, Gillard, Wong around the world to grab the power and influence. First, they conduct environmental scare campaign and then promise as election carrot a solution to the problem that doesn't exist in objective reality, regardless of economic and social consequences.
Is there a cost for Australia in ratifying the Kyoto Protocol? And does Rudd have to do hard selling to the Australian public of costs of Australia's new global commitments?
Not immediately. An Australian public showed already the ignorance during the last election, believing Rudd's convenient truth based on fairy story invented by Al Gore, an inconvenient truth. But the reality is that Rudd has to do what Howard was going to do, assess the cost to public taxpayers and then ratify Kyoto accordingly. As you put it in your introduction, Brian, once the immediate media euphoria will pass, Rudd will have to come up with good propaganda bullshit to make the public forget about his election promise of immediate ratification of Kyoto Protocol.
I'm afraid that's all the time we have for this, and thanks for your time, Dr. Depardieu.
My pleasure. Anytime, Brian.
That's all for this edition of Current Report. You can watch this program in high definition on www.avatarcentra.tv. I'm Brian O'Kerry. See you next time.